I don't know if you saw this, but Twitch.tv, the popular video streaming platform, has announced updates to its partnership program. And to be completely honest with you, the results are not good. Twitch currently pays members of its partnership program 70% of the subscription fee to their channel, taking a 30% cut for themselves. However, the platform is considering ending this in favor of a 50-50 even split. Now, if you ask me, this puts Twitch at risk of losing a lot of people that are going to potentially migrate to YouTube. And there's also going to be more of a push for advertising on their platform, which Twitch is openly admitted to wanting to do. But there's a problem with the advertising. And to me, the problem with Twitch advertising is that it is cannibalistic to the content itself. Ads on Twitch are so fucking repetitive, and they blatantly interrupt a broadcast. Don't believe me? Go on Twitch, watch any stream from like any of the top 10 streamers, watch it for like 10 minutes. You'll see like a minute or 2 minute long ad that plays while the streamer that you're trying to watch is doing something in the game, or if it's an IRL stream, they're walking around, they're exploring the city. Like, it's so fucking annoying. Like, you can't see what the streamer's doing because these stupid ads keep coming up. And it's getting
Well,
to
how
the
does
point
it?
where some creators have to play ads 1 out of every 10 minutes of a broadcast. Like, it's getting really bad, even to the point where the ad frequency is worse than conventional television and conventional broadcasting.
Well, I mean, how does that exactly work? If does the ad come on for different times for different people? Because like I might come in at a different part of the live show, so like basically I'm not seeing the whole show because this ad's randomly popping up, and
Yeah, so
different
the
people will see
ads are
different things.
Yeah, so the ads are served to you based upon like your watch time within the stream. So if I'm streaming and you join my stream right away, you're gonna see a fucking ad. Like, you're literally gonna see a 2 minute ad as soon as you join, and then every 10 minutes you'll see at least 1 minute of ads, unless the creator has a special clause in their contract that is designed to limit the amount of ads. So I'll give you a great example, like XQC. If you watch him, he's
And
literally the biggest guy on Twitch. If you watch his stream for like 20 minutes, you'll see like 3 fucking ads, which is fucking ridiculous. Like 3 minute long unskippable ads, to the point where you either have to pay for Twitch Prime, or there's another version of Twitch where it's like you basically see no ads, but it's like $15 a month and no one wants to pay for it. So you either have to be subscribed to the person in the form of a Twitch sub, which is honestly not cheap. It's like literally, I mean, it's $5 a month, but like it's really not cheap, because if you watch like 4 or 5 different people, like that's a lot of money. That shit adds up. Like, you're not going to spend $20 a month watching 4 people, right? Like, that's dumb. And then the Twitch Prime is good, but you can only give that to one person, so it doesn't encompass like, it really should encompass like 4 or 5 different people, but it only encompasses one. So either way, you're getting fucked. Like, you're seeing ads unless you have ad block on, and in which case it doesn't matter because the ads are embedded into the content itself. So there really isn't a way to like 100% block all of the ads.
yeah, I never understood like, Twitch in that regard. I think they should, instead of like worrying about ads and pushing ads to these people, they should just let the stream run, because then more donations would come in. And if the stream's interrupted, there's no donation for an ad, no donations are coming in. I think they would make much more money just taking a percentage of the donations, maybe raising their percentage of the donations they take. And another thing about Twitch that I don't like is the fact that it seems like they just ban like the best creators they have. They just ban, which doesn't make any sense. Like, why are you banning the creators that are bringing the most people to your platform? Like, they just banned it in Ross. They basically take, if you're like a top notch creator on Twitch, they just ban you for some reason. I don't even understand it.
Yeah, it's this whole weird thing in like this like Twitch culture, and I don't know how it became accepted, but like even you see a guy, you're talking about people constantly banned. Like, look at XQC. Like, XQC has been banned on Twitch like 5 or 6 times at this point. Like, someone literally sent him a video of like gorillas fucking, and like he didn't know that that was the video. So he's like just watching the video normally, and then like it just randomly pops up in the middle of the video. It was like a clickbait type of video. And he's just like, what the fuck? Like, how was I supposed to know that that was going to play? Like, someone sent me the video. Like, how am I responsible or whatever? And it's just really dumb that they do that. But my main point in bringing this up is that, so the Twitch ads are really cannibalistic because they interrupt a live broadcast. So then and all the ads are randomly occurring. Twitch right now doesn't take a cut of donations, which is fucking really dumb. Really dumb. I like the 70-30 revenue share on subscriptions. That's smart. 50-50, they're going to lose a lot of people. Leave it 70-30, 70 to the creator, 30 for Twitch. And then what you do is take a cut of the donations. And honestly, fuck ads. Like, you maybe have like a banner or something on the stream, or have something off to the side, but you should not have ads that completely interrupt a live broadcast in like the most important parts of it that randomly occur based upon when you join the stream and when you started watching. Like, what if the
Or
second you join a stream, it's like the most action packed sequence of the stream, and then now you're not going to see it because you have to watch some ad from fucking Unilever about lesbian dance theory and why it should be accepted. It's just fucking retarded.
or right, if you're gonna have the ad, basically give them the option to rewind and go back to that period of time that they missed while the ad was running. Like, you're basically giving them an ad and you're forcing them to miss what's going on. If you're gonna serve the ad, at least pause the video where they left off, or kind of store the video on database so that they can go back to that period of time after the ad. And yeah, the idea of basically having these banner ads, that's probably what they should do. They should have like these non-video kind of ads, these banner ads. Maybe they should work with creators directly to integrate some kind of ad read, kind of like Spotify does, where they have they have the creators do ad reads. Maybe work with them directly through some sort of platform where they could read ads during their podcast, so that it's kind of seamless and there's no interruption. That might be a good idea. And yeah, they should be taking a cut of the donations. That would seem like the highest revenue source is donations, not the subscriptions and the ads.
Absolutely, I totally agree with you. And on that same note, conversely, YouTube ads are great because more often than not, they are skippable and the video pauses while ads play. And that's a huge thing that a lot of people don't think about. Like on YouTube as well, you'll have some ads off to the side right above recommendations. And they're not very obtrusive. And like if I see a YouTube ad and I'm like, oh, great, what is this? And someone's talking, it's like 5 seconds later, okay, great, shut the fuck up. And I just click like skip. And then I won't see any ads. So it's just, like the YouTube content itself, in seeing an ad, it's great because it interrupts the flow of the video, whatever. But you could always rewind after seeing the ad, and the video pauses. It's not like the video's ongoing when the ad's playing. So Twitch really needs to work on that. But as far as what you said, as far as rewinding is concerned, that's a good point. But then at that point, it defeats the purpose of Twitch because Twitch is about watching live video and live video feeds. So if
Well,
you're on a
I'm
delay
not
and you're
saying rewind
watching,
all the way. I'm
right,
saying
but
like when
even
an
if
ad
you're on a
plays,
delay,
rewind.
even if you're on a delay, the chat isn't going to be synced up to the delay. So the chat, you're going to see the chat, and the chat's going to spoil things that are like 10 or 15 seconds ahead of you because the chat doesn't operate on a delay. Where the chat operates on a delay is like when you go to a VOD, which is video on demand. So you could watch like an already recorded segment or even an entire stream if you wanted to. That's where that stuff's different. Like that's in a VOD where you can kind of skip around and whatever. But as far as like live video content, you can't just have a fucking ad that just pops up that's like, you know, we need to do our part to spread the theory of lesbian dance. And it's like, okay, motherfucker, like no one gives a fuck. And this should not be here right now because we're watching something that's enjoyable. But yeah, Twitch is very uptight with their weird rules and like they have so many different like hypocritical takes as well. I would never go on Twitch. I'll just be completely honest with you. I would never be on Twitch as a creator, maybe as like another stream of income or like another thing to do on the side, but it would never get my full focus just because of how blatant they are with the rules. It looks like they have a set of rules and they don't apply them fairly to everyone. In the case of Aiden Ross, I think I don't know. He said something on the phone with someone or allegedly said something on the phone that was offensive. It was some type of slur, but other people came out and they said that wasn't even him. It was someone that sounds like him that the guy knew. And maybe that was just to save face, but like Twitch can't prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that it was Aiden Ross. So really to make that assertion to just completely ban him is a little fucking dumb because if you can't prove for a fact the guy did it, then why are you banning him? It's not like he is on his stream saying this openly and overtly where everyone can see it, in which case they're well within their right to ban him because they are a private company and they can kind of do what they want. if someone doesn't abide by their guidelines. But it's just one of those things where it's like, how can you ban someone for, for doing that, but then on the same website you have a girl who's in a bikini 14 hours a day who's like farting into a microphone, and then that's somehow acceptable? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. And also, doesn't that affect advertisers as well? Because if you have all these girls or whoever going on, I mean, let's be real, they're basically cam girls. Like, you have some of them going on the platform, and like they're really only on that platform to promote their OnlyFans. So it's just kind of like, they're on there 14 hours a day and they're doing things that are like suggestive, or they're making content that isn't advertiser friendly. Like, that just fucks everyone else. But somehow that's allowed, but then someone saying something that's edgy or potentially offensive to other groups of people is like infinitely worse than sexually suggestive content, or content that's sort of leading the demographic and the audience towards sexually explicit content on another platform. So like, they're literally, not only are they doing things that overtly go against Twitch's own terms of service, but they're also driving traffic away from the platform. So like, don't you think that should be something you should shut down on? Like, I don't understand it whatsoever.
Yeah, exactly. They should shut down on that and not worry about the nonsense that they are worrying about over at Twitch. Yeah, Twitch is just like a weird, I don't know, it's just a weird platform. I don't really use it that much. I use like YouTube and Spotify more, but yeah, I just wanted to, like, again, with the ads, they should just work with creators directly, like Spotify, and tell these creators, right, if you don't want to have the ad in your platform, I mean, if you don't want to have these ads pop up during your stream and affect the users, and you're going to have your user base go down, and that's going to lead to less donations, etc., you have a choice, right? You can have those ads in your platform, or you could work with us and you could read an ad, and it could be done seamlessly, throughout the stream, so that everyone stops at the same time, nobody misses anything, etc. So you're basically giving the creator the choice. They'll do it because it will lead to more ad revenue. It will lead to more donations and streams for them, and they won't see any kind of significant drop off. So they should like have some sort of like public outreach to reach these creators.